What are some very comforting facts? The vast majority of people with a first-time seizure will never have another seizure again and will not need lifelong anti-seizure medication. Everybody gets one freebie. The North Pacific humpback whale population is estimated to be 15x greater than it was 60 years ago. A middle or even low-income people in developed countries are living a much more comfortable life than the richest people centuries or even millennia ago, in large part thanks to modern medicine making death from a mere infection no longer a near-guaranteed death. Nurse here. If you're having a general anesthetic for a routine operation and worried about dying while under, please be aware there are about 7 different levels of stuff we can do to bring you back. So if the thing we normally do doesn't work, we've got plan B, then we've got plan C, D, E, F, G, H. And we rarely need to even go to plan C, let alone the rest. It's ridiculously rare for you to never wake up from a routine op. Of course it happens occasionally, but for every case you've heard about it happening, there's thousands of identical operations where it didn't. I've been qualified 15 years and it's literally never happened anywhere I've worked. I once found a ladybug in my room in the middle of winter. I tried to look up if I could feed it somehow, and found countless other people asking the same question. The world is full of people who have compassion enough to feed a lone bug in the winter. The pollen that bees collect on their legs as they pollinate flowers are called pollinator pants, so next time you see bees hard at work, take a look at their legs, and you might be able to see the pants depending on how much they've pollinated. All of the cardigans Mr. Rogers wore on camera were knit by his mother. Crows will let other crows know if you're a good person. Feeding a crow in your backyard can quickly become many crows over time since the rumor spreads. And nearby crows in your area will know you as one they like. They can also be known to be protective of you and even bring you gifts. Suffice to say, crows are one of the most intelligent creatures on the planet, and they are truly underrated. There is a group of bikers called Bikers Against Child Abuse who support child abuse victims in court by looking tough and giving the kids confidence to testify against their abusers. It's actually an international group. Zebras rest with their heads on each other's backs so they can literally watch their zebra buddies back. Plus it looks like a zebra hug. Jupiter has been protecting Earth from almost every stray asteroid strike coming in from out of the solar system since the planets first formed. I love how most of these answers are about animals. Parrots, specifically cockatiels, will raise their wings when they see someone they love. When looking from behind, their raised wings resemble a heart. The ozone layer is slowly repairing itself. Cows have best friends. If you quit smoking by age 40, your life expectancy is the same as a non-smoker. Also, it's never too late to quit. In 1987, they captured all of the 27 California condors in an area in California and proceeded to breed them in order to bring back the species. They released most of them later, and now, roughly 127 are flying free in the state of California. Not the biggest improvement, but it's something. Nobody pays all that much attention to you. Everyone is the main character in their story and thinks you're just another supporting role or an NPC. I find this very freeing. There is a type of mold growing on around the elephant's foot in Chernobyl. This mold eats radiation, and the radioactivity of the elephant's foot has decreased drastically since the mold started growing there. IDK, it's just comforting to me that the planet can heal no matter how bad the scar we left. And he or she requires support. This time bank can help them by providing time-based services which include consultations, babysitting, hairdressing, gardening, tutoring, or any other time-consuming job in addition to being looked after by a volunteer, as 34 countries are trying to apply this scheme. Very wholesome and humane. Humans can hear each other smile through the phone through differentiating vocal intonation between smiles and non-smiles. On April 13, 2029, an asteroid Apophis, with the radius of 606.96, 370 meters, will skim the surface of Earth at around 19,600 miles. It will be visible by the naked eye. It's a comforting fact as it's been studied extensively and will not impact Earth that day. Your pets will forgive you if you accidentally step on them. Petting animals lowers cortisol. My city has a no-kill shelter. The animals have nice beds and get walks. People come and read to them. The cats are all together in a big area with toys and scratching posts. People come to pet them. Most seahorses are monogamous and mate for life. Young seahorses actually go on dates with their prospective partner before settling and starting to procreate. They can also be seen swimming in pairs with their tails linked together. There's a place in Japan called Capybara Land where you can hang out with capybaras and see them chilling in hot springs. Sometimes dogs in movies have to have CGI tails because they keep wagging their tails. They are just so happy to be there. A person born in the world today is less likely to die violently than at any other point in human history. And each year it gets better, never perfect, just better. Here's a lame fact: there are probably thousands of people right now that are appreciative of you for asking this question, and even more so for those of you who are answering genuinely. I know I'm one of them. India's tiger population grew from 1411 in 2006 to 2,967 tigers as per the 2018 census. Based on the best available information, tiger populations are stable or increasing in India, Nepal, Bhutan, Russia and China. But much more work is needed to protect this species if we are to secure its future in the wild. Bees inform their friends about good flowers nearby by dancing. Baby puffins are called pufflings, which is about as adorable as it gets. I find comfort in that. Can we make this a regular thing, please? I feel like we need it. Sea otters hold hands when they sleep to keep from drifting apart. Cats blink when they like you. If you make it to the airport without dying, you've already passed the deadliest part of plane travel. Next month, we'll start to see some images from James Webb, a NASA presentation on the 12th. Our next step on learning about the early universe begins. It's illegal in Switzerland to own just one guinea pig. You have to have at least two if you want to have any. Guinea pigs get lonely. Having animal companionship lowers blood pressure, relieves stress, and raises dopamine levels. There's an island in Japan populated only by bunnies. Tarantulas keep tiny frogs as pets sometimes. Dogs love us as much as we love them. Studies have found that when dogs look at each other they get an oxytocin surge, but they also get a surge like that when they interact with us. Cats do as well, but they don't get quite the same level of surge that dogs do. Remember the hole in the ozone layer over the South Pole we were told about growing up? Thanks to a ban on CFCs and other ozone-depleting aerosols, that hole is nearly gone and the ozone layer has almost completely replenished to previous levels. There's a Japanese pillow fighting sport which features grown adults lying down in futons before the whistle blows, and then they play a game of dodgeball with pillows and nightgowns, and learning about that just made my day. Between 2000 and 2017, the maternal mortality rate worldwide dropped almost 40. The dog estimates the time of your return home by how much of your smell is left in the house from your morning routine. Know that really embarrassing thing you did? Well, there's a high likelihood no one else remembers it. If they do, life will give them far more experiences. That one thing will seem like nothing in comparison. My dog really likes soft things. This is to the point that if I'm wrapped in a blanket, he will pull on it with his mouth so I'll lift it up. He will then jump under, get comfortable, and then fall asleep. Chocolate is a natural antidepressant. Dogs know that we love them. Your body's cells regenerate constantly to the point where you could say you're a whole new person every 7 years or so. Very therapeutic to those with trauma. A cat meows just for humans to hear them. And a dog dreams of its owner when it sleeps. You don't really forget something. You just have the information hidden, but once you get back to it, you can recover your knowledge and skills rapidly. I've had a huge break from learning German, but a few days ago I went back to it, and I'm already on a similar level I was, despite the fact I was certain that I forgot everything. If 99% of the world population finds you unattractive, there are still 78 million people in the world that find you attractive. That's a lot of people. I did thanks to you Trixie Lurker that commented the actual amount. This is a topic which I really appreciate, because there is too much doom and gloom nowadays. Doom's gotten mintier lately. My dog will always love me no matter how bad I fuck up in life. Although it might be a bit sad, she truly is my best friend. That ozone layer is healing. The brain has its own department for hope. House cats would meow and wait by the bathroom door if you don't let them in while you're in. They do this because in nature, Animals are open to dangers while using the bathroom, and your cat is just trying to protect you from the dangers of indoor plumbing.